if you're strong enough to lose and learn from it to use it to move it forward, or you have success, sure, you do. But the reality of the moment is, and as human beings, we want to look at past experiences and project it into the future, which when it doesn't go well is a pitfall for human beings. It's what creates the quicksand effect. My question to you guys is, does previous performance affect current or future performance?
You can answer that question a couple of different ways. I think the first thing is, yes, it does. Does it affect it positively or negatively is really the question. So yes, it affects if you learn from it, if you take experience, if you let it bury you, which is what happens to people and you have ghosts. It's negative.
It creates an expectation. I think it's the simplest way. If your past performance was shit and you're known as a really good player, then people are going to expect a better performance. And I think if you're any type of competitor, you'll expect that from yourself. Is that based on your previous performance, it either validates what you know to be true, which is I'm very good and I must continue at this, or I did not perform up to my expectation, and therefore the new expectation is that I need to play well. So either way, if you treat yourself like a high performing athlete, then ultimately your previous performance is a barometer for where you're at, I think.
Interesting. You know,
look at you sitting there so coy, by the way.
You know I'm going to take the counter stance. I'm just waiting. Just waiting.
Wait. In the NBA and the NFL, teams that lose come back to win. I mean, a lot of times the Chicago Bulls lost before they won.
Why are we wearing green today? What are we talking about?
Well, for sure, right? Rory McIlroy created an unbelievable moment for golf and for sports. And he overcame 16 years of failing at this,
he would
at
say
winning
14.
the Masters.
He said 14 was his number. He said 14 years in the making.
Yeah, but it's really 6. I mean, like,
I mean,
you can't just discount the fact that,
he talked about being up at the Masters 14 years ago, and really that being his first, in his opinion, the first time that he really put himself in a position to win the tournament.
He could taste it and lost it.
And for the last 11 years, he's been going to Augusta trying to complete the career Grand Slam, which only 5 other golfers have done.
You know, where you look at that room of golfers and it's Phil Mickelson, it's the Tiger Woods, it's the Jack Nicklaus, it's
Arnold Palmer,
it's everybody, and you know that you belong in that group, and you belong in that group in every other golfing realm possible, but there you show up and you're still an outsider, which is such a mental shift, I think, every year showing up for him.
So I was fortunate to work with Trevor Moawad for a long time. Rest in peace, Trevor. Wonderful mental conditioning coach who taught us what the concept of neutrality is. And it's something that him and Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson built a company around, Limitless Minds.
Getting to Neutral was his book.
And Trevor wrote a couple things. It Takes What It Takes was his first book. His second book was Getting to Neutral. And the concept is that really previous performance doesn't affect your current performance at all. It actually has nothing to do with your current performance or your future performance. The only thing that affects it is what you do in the moment. Now,
I think everyone's going to talk about Rory McIlroy and the Masters, but I mean, there was another story that happened on Thursday and Friday with Nick Dunlap, which I think is a testament that your previous performance has nothing to do with your current performance. For those of you who do not know, Nick Dunlap is a golfer, made the Masters, one of the top 50 golfers in the world who makes it, and shot a plus 18 on Thursday, which if you don't know anything about golf, I play bogey golf and I'm not on the tour and I play for much closer. He called it one of the most emotional experiences of his life. Long story short, and I might be wrong here, he shoots 1 under or 3 under the next day.
1 under the next day.
And Billy Horschel actually said to him when he was walking off, and goes, "You earned a lot of respect here. I want you to know that."
Right.
You earned a lot.
Most people would have expected
right.
him to
Well,
shit
so
the bed, totally,
this is where what you guys were talking about before, whether if you're strong enough to lose and learn from it to use it to move it forward, or you have success. Sure, you do. But the reality of the moment is, and as human beings, we want to look at past experiences and project it into the future, which when it doesn't go well is a pitfall for human beings. It's what creates the quicksand effect, right? Like, I mean, shout out to Shane Falco, right? And in the Replacements, he talks about it feels like quicksand. When things start to go wrong,
Shane Falco.
It spirals.
Shane Falco reference, man. Woo!
I would like to tell you that those are rare, but honestly, there's a lot of Replacements.